let me spin you a tale. A tale of four brothers, evil as the night, dark as Satan. These four brothers terrorized a small village. They were bad people who used their height and their tallness to intimidate the poor villagers. After years of this, of being bullied and pillaged and taken advantage of, the old wise man of the village, Elise, decided that enough was enough. He called together a great advertising agency and decided that to get the people needed to stop the four brothers, they would need people just as tall. And the way to get these people to him was to have an audition for a play calling for tall people. So the old wise man, Elise, sent out many, many couriers, all with promises of wealth and power to those who could come to this casting call. Now, as the days wore on, other people came, not the correct people, not tall enough. One boy came through, Ian, and he died while performing an audition. They buried him by the old oak tree. It was sad. It was a nice funeral, though. Anyway, eventually, four men came, all tall as trees. RJ was a great, great man at eating those donuts from those strings, you know, where they used to like put them on a tree in like 5th grade and you go like, and couldn't use your hands. He was really good at that. And then Court was great with ropes and knots. It was kind of creepy. A lot of people thought it was kind of creepy. And then there was Nathan, who could punch a hole through a man in a single blow. No one messed with that motherfucker. And finally, there was Phil, who was a brilliant strategist. Anyway, they showed up for the auditions, and Elise was thrilled. Her old man bones just shook with excitement at the idea of having these four tall men finally appear. And so, after the casting call and telling them that they were great and good looking and that they smelled nice, which they found creepy, being as Elise is an old man, he brought them all together in the middle of the square and began giving them gifts of gold and chocolate. And the four evil brothers, being quite nefarious and good at keeping watch over things because they're so damn tall, came down from their evil, dark castle and questioned Elise, the old wise man, about what was going on and why they were not given these gifts of gold and chocolate and being told they smell nice. And so Elise quailed in fear and hid behind the four tall men that had appeared in their town. And the four tall men were brave enough to try and fight back the evil brothers, but they failed and were humiliated, and their faces were pressed into the dirt, and everyone laughed at them. But after this ordeal and being stripped of their gold and chocolate and being made to smell quite nasty, the four evil brothers left, and the four good men decided on a plan. For Phil, the brilliant strategist, knew just what was needed and had devised a plan using all of the skills of the other three men. So, later, once the evil brothers had gone to sleep, they snuck up to their castle. And then they broke in because these evil brothers had intimidated the hell out of the village people, and they didn't lock their doors at night. So the four good men charged up into the rooms, and Nathan just fucking punched holes in each of them right in the stomach. And then Court, using his rope skills, tied them to the rafters. And then RJ, that sick bastard, just ate them all, just really fast, like as if they were donuts. And Elise threw down his cane, took out his dentures, and just ran around the city, laughing and crying, doing little man jigs and whatnot. And those 4 good men ended up being the heroes of that town. And that's the town where I was buried, so, big deal.